Hey, this is Luke with another Android Guys podcast. I'm here with Scott.
Luke, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
That remains to be seen.
Ooh, interesting. I guess we'll find out.
Well, it's subject to change, but I don't think the podcast is going to change it. I'm just whatever.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I'm doing good.
Good.
Doing well. Superman does good. I'm doing well.
You're not a superhero?
No, I don't do good. I do evil.
You're an anti-hero. Well,
I'm complicated.
You are a man of many facets. You're like a gem. How about you tell us about something that you want to review?
Okay, I guess. You don't want to talk about me anymore. Let's see. Okay, so I will talk to you about a gaming accessory.
Okay.
You know me, I'm a hardcore gamer.
Yeah.
No, I'm a casual guy.
Yeah.
I enjoy my video games.
Yeah.
I can appreciate a really long 50-hour game, but I also like my games that are pick 'em up, put 'em down.
Yep.
Like games that don't require a lot. I like games that have appeal to my nostalgia.
Sure.
So I say those things to tell you that this thing that I have reviewed works with the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
So it's a portable gaming accessory.
Okay.
That works for the Switch, specifically designed for, with some added flexibility that I'll get into.
Interesting.
So you can see it. It's over there on the shelf.
I do see it. It's right there.
It's it has an 11.5-inch display.
Yeah.
Go grab that thing.
It looks very big.
Yeah, it is. So it's designed. It's basically a display that you will dock your Switch into the backside of it, and then you will kind of put your handles or the Joy-Cons down the sides of it.
Yes.
Now, there are some optional kind of like shoulder handles that you can put on behind it. You don't have to, so that your Joy-Cons aren't just exposed hanging out there. It keeps them from kind of like, I want to say snapping off.
Sure.
Gives you added support.
Well, your Joy-Cons, just like into like the Nintendo controller, they slide into this display. So it's not like they're like, it's not like a clamp or like a squeeze fit or something. It slides in with the same mechanism that you use on the Switch.
Yep, same buttons to kind of push in and slide them down. So if you picture this, if you're listening to it, it's kind of like having a tablet.
Yeah.
That you will kind of open up the back and dock the main part of the Switch into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see there is a kickstand on there, so that if you want to open that up, you can kind of set that on a table. And then if you take your Joy-Cons out, you can basically play it as a kind of like a portable little TV screen or display.
Yeah.
You can see there's a Velcro on the back side that I've got a game controller in there, but for the major intended purpose would be like for an external power supply.
Sure.
Like a brick.
Yeah.
Because it requires its own power source. That's kind of the draw.
Sure.
However, if you have a Mophie, a brick or something that you Velcro into the back of that, you can carry that thing around and basically have, gaming like crazy on the go.
I mean, it's very comfortable in your hands.
So yeah, it's comfortable, but it's also a little weird to get used to, because if you're playing on the Switch normally, everything is just kind of all kind of centrally,
it's a little more compact.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's nice to have that.
Yeah.
Another thing to point out, you lose the touch display of the Switch.
That's not as great, maybe.
Not as great. It doesn't turn the Switch into... It kind of makes it like a TV mode.
Yeah,
it would be like how it would be if you docked the Switch.
Right.
And it's docked on the HDMI port.
Right.
There are speakers built into it.
Cool.
Volume control. And they sound great.
Good.
Surprisingly good, I should say.
Sure.
The Orion does have an HDMI port. So that makes it pretty interesting for other reasons.
Yeah.
If you have this, you can basically plug in your PlayStation and play that on the go. You just have to have a power supply for it.
Okay.
If you have an Amazon Fire TV stick or Media Stick, Android TV, you can plug that into it and kind of use that. You can plug your computer into it and use it as a display. You don't have to touch, but you have the display capability.
Sure.
So it can get heavy with the power brick. If you're holding that, I could see it being something that works well, travels well in the backseat of a car for kids.
Sure.
So that, they can play it on the big screen on their hands.
Right.
It's almost like, it's like playing Switch games on a full-size tablet.
Right.
So, and what's cool also is if you did have a controller that you just set this up on its kickstand and then you can just play if you're camping,
right?
Check into a hotel, put it on the table, and then you've got a little display where you're not using the TV
right
in the main room. I like this thing. It's pretty cool for everything that it does, right up to the point where it kind of doesn't,
right.
And that goes to having to have the power supply, not having the touch.
Yep.
Takes some getting used to. But it's a pretty cool. It feels like it's made for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't feel like some companies making mobile accessories that work with the Switch.
Right. Yeah.
Where I've seen things it says compatible with or plug in. Like, no, this, like as you pointed out, the Joy-Cons do
slide in, snap in.
It's the same exact thing. So it's USB-C. Works, if you have a laptop, take that with you. You have a second display for that.
Nice.
So it's the catch is it's $250.
Okay.
So it's just at that border for me, price wise, of saying, this is an easy recommend. It's how much do you game? How much do you play on the Switch? It comes with a carrying bag or case.
Okay.
That you can throw the Orion into.
Sure.
But it's just like a general bag.
Okay.
Fabric that with the controllers on the back, you can see I've got those little handles to hold in. It comes with a keychain that's got like a fob that you can use to twist the screws. They twist it nice and easy. If you put that in the bag with those handles on it, it doesn't quite fit. So you'll be removing those if you're trying to be portable.
Okay, so every time you get it out and want to use it on the go, you're going to have to do a little bit of setup.
You might, and the bag isn't like a carrying case where it holds the shoulders and the screws in a pouch,
right?
Or a sub
pocket. It's all loose.
It's just one big.
Okay,
it's like almost like a stocking.
Yeah, so it's like
a sleeve.
It almost to me sounds a little like it's like 90% designed, and there's just a couple little things that they missed. I think this fits really well for the right person. Like if there is a family on the go and they're traveling and the kids want to be able to watch a show or play some games and maybe everybody's sharing a hotel room. They don't have to worry about watching the kids shows. They can watch their shows. The kids can play the games on this thing there's some very good use case scenarios and the Switch is a little peculiar to tie in with accessories. So it's nice to see it getting some love.
Yeah.
I like the kickstand. I like the bigger screen for sure. I think for the right person, $250 doesn't seem too out of line. The idea that you have to have a power supply is a little bit awkward, but it's not, there's the right person for this and it seems well made.
Yep.
Seems well built.
I feel like Orion 2 could be
sure.
We went back. We heard your feedback.
Yeah.
We made some changes.
Yep.
One other thing to point out, and this is kind of where it pushed me a little bit more of the, I don't know if it's for me.
Okay.
90-day warranty.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Eesh.
yeah. And for us, when we score things, we give everything a 4 if it comes with a year.
Yeah.
And then 4.5 if it's like maybe 18 months, 2 years. Yeah. 5 if it's like 5 years lifetime. You know.
Right.
Yeah. For me, that brought it down. The price brought it down.
That's rough.
I gave it just above average for, battery and audio because of its capabilities.
Right.
I can't not talk about the battery,
right.
but I can't give it a 0 because it does have some intentional design for power packs.
Sure.
Audio is better than I expected. The speakers do fire to the rear,
so
they don't come out of the side. It's
okay.
The display is pretty much just the display. But I gave it an average score of 3.4.
Okay.
So it's good.
Yeah.
But not quite something where I'm like easily recommending it.
Yeah, it's not a must buy.
Yeah.
It's if this sounds like this would be perfect for you, it probably is.
Yeah.
If you hear this and go, I don't really like those ideas of those features either, or I really would be missing this, then it's probably not for you.
Yeah. So I like it.
Yeah.
I think that it's a qualified score for the right person.
Yep.
And I think there are people who are going to go, oh man, you guys are being really hard on that thing. I want that. That sounds awesome.
Then get it.
Yeah. I won't tell somebody not to get this.
Yep.
I'll just say, be careful with the 90-day warranty.
Yep.
That does throw up a flag for me. But other than that, it isn't like you're getting used to a different controller.
Sure.
You're not getting used to a different way of playing Switch games.
Right.
You're just getting a bigger screen and maybe hold your hands a little wider.
Sure.
So, that's called the Orion, Orion, and the company is Upswitch.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.